me new show on Boro Fan TV. This is my establishment, the Ted Lion, and I've got a couple of guests. I've got a couple of drinks for them, so let's go meet them. Oh lads, you alright?
Alright, Ted.
You alright, mate?
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
2 Coca-Colas. Watch my pants. Welcome to Ted's show. How good's that? Yeah, good. Well, listen, thanks for tuning in anyway. This is a bit of a test show, so it might be a bit shit. I don't know. You know, it's down to them if it is. And we're just going to answer some of your questions that you've been tweeting and doing Facebooks about and that. And we'll see if we can come up with some meaningful answers. I don't know. I don't even know what that means, do you? No. Yeah. He won't keep a straight face all the way through this. So, let me introduce the panel. We've got Fran Garrity.
Hello.
Who's a famous Middlesbrough comedian. Supported Jason Manford on tour, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, looked after his bags, I think. Is that yeah? And we've got Dean Moores. I don't know if you recognise Dean, but he's been in the news recently for killing a swan. and he drove a dead person down south, is that right?
Not really.
Oh, sorry, he rescued a swan that was attacked off a dog, and he made the newspapers, and you drove how many miles?
200.
200 miles for a couple who broke down to go and see a dying relative, and he drove them all the way down there, and you've been nominated for the Pride of Britain Award, haven't you?
Aye. Yeah.
Jesus, what's so well coming to? I know secrets about him. So,
He does.
there you go. We've got a special guest here tonight as well. Hang on, let me get him out. This is me Boro Pod Glyn. There you go. You alright? You alright, mate? Yeah, I'm alright, mate, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we'll come back to him later on. And I've got some questions.
Yes.
So, here we go. First question was sent in by Gary, by the way, and that I think that's his name. He's not waiting to tell us something. Who would you get rid of? Gusted, Fletcher, Flint, Besic, or Hugel? Who would you get rid of? I don't think he means kill them. I think he means like not sell them or don't sell them.
I'd get rid of Flint.
Why is he too tall?
Just the second one on the list.
All right, yeah, it's a good way of narrowing it down, isn't it? Yeah, just get rid of the second one on the list. Hugel. Why?
Because it sounds like boogle, and I like to say boogle, kiss me teeth.
It's a good answer, Dean. Not the one I was looking for, but so I hope that answers your question, Gary. I don't think it did. John Naylor on Instagram, favourite player and least favourite player, and why? I think he means this season. Probably my favourite player's got to be Wing. I think he's done all right. Yeah, not bad. Least favourite player, probably Ugle again. Is it Ugle? What's it pronounced? Ugle. I just think he's crap. What do you think?
I agree, and I do think Wing's brilliant because he's came from like non-league.
Yeah.
And he trains hard and he puts a shift in, and he always gives 100%. And as a Boro fan, as long as you put a shift in, even if you have like a bad game, that's all you can ask for, really. That was very sensible, wasn't it?
That's right. Robbie must have made a living out of that. So, it's the right thing to say, Dean. Well done. Well done. I've got another one. I'm going to keep going through a few of these. Joe Baylor, he's just put cracks fucking brutal. So, looking at his profile picture, so's that there, do. What you doing gangster hands for like this on your profile picture? You crank. Send some decent questions in. Travis Dixon, which is a good one, I spat there. Do you go to games, sometimes, a bit expensive, and is it all Pulis's fault, or shall we point the fingers at other people? This is a good question, this. Is it Tony Pulis's fault, or is there somebody else in the club to blame?
No, I think it's Publis's fault.
Yeah.
Because he's like the manager.
It's well done, Fran. We briefed him before this interview, didn't we, mate? Dean?
I think the squad he's got is a top 4 squad, and his tactics, especially at home, can be a little bit negative at times. And he also should know better than to speak out and slip players publicly. he shouldn't do that. He's a manager. He leads by example.
It's a good point, yeah. You should never slag off the staff, should you? I know that when I worked on the trolleys at Asda. No, it's a true story, this. And, you know, I wasn't happy about the way that smelly Mike was stacking them. He was putting the wrong size trolleys in, like, the wrong size trolleys, so they would jam. And one of the managers there said, "Oh, smelly Mike! What you doing, you dickhead?" And then he left. He left. Put disciplinary in and left. Disciplinary in and left. So it's the wrong thing to do. It's the wrong thing to do. I think what we'll do is we'll pause the questions because we've got a new feature of the show where we do a job interview for the current vacant cleaner's job at Middlesbrough FC, where Avril is retired after 13 years, God bless her. I mean, she was only 36 when you look at her, but you know, but it's hard work cleaning. Remember that. So we've got our first interviewee. Do you want to come over?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Sorry. Hey Ted.
Hey.
Thanks for having me on your show. You're right for Blue Roll, lads. Here.
That's
Here. It's a little treat for you. I'm generous.
What's your name?
Gladys.
Hello, Gladys.
That's for you, Ted. That's a white one for you. That's a white one.
Thanks, Gladys.
It's alright.
Okay, you alright sitting down there?
Ah! Yeah.
Good God. Gladys, right? We're gonna ask
Don't
you.
be nicking my spray.
No, I won't touch your spray. Look, there's a hand on that.
What?
There is. Anyway, we won't be nicking your spray. We're going to ask you some questions, some job interview questions.
Yeah.
How old are you?
84.
84.
Yeah. Do I look it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, Gladys.
Was that a joke?
No, I don't do jokes. You should know that. Look, I'm crossing my leg because I'm doing interviews, right? Don't do that.
Okay.
Where have you cleaned before then, Gladys?
Clean for royalty, me.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh.
That Prince guy, him.
The singer?
Yeah, the singer. Royalty.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to clean his house and he went, "Hey, have you finished, Gladys?" And I went, "Yeah." So a good job there. That's good.
Any questions for Gladys, guys?
Don't confuse me again. Confuse me that other one fully what?
If Gladys, are you able to work full time without it affecting your benefits?
Of course I can. I give hard work, I'll work hard for you. Full time I'll be in there day, noon, night, and sometimes overtime. And you do get some benefits with me. I don't just clean tables, I make sure all of you's clean.
Oh, like body washers?
Oh yes.
Well, I'd do the job.
I give a full service if you know what I mean.
Right, Gladys, I think we'll have a think about it.
Oh.
Let me discuss with the interview panels,
All right,
and we'll get back to you.
Can you give me a boost?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'll hold your arm. Come on, Gladys, up you get.
Ah!
Go on. There you go.
See you later, Gladys.
Thanks, Gladys. Don't forget your
Take
roll.
care.
No, that's for you,
Oh, I'll
Ted.
keep that one. Thank
Keep
you.
that. That was a gift. See ya.
See you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Love you, bye.
Well, later on we've got another potential candidate for the cleaner's job. What do you think?
I could do with a body wash.
She did.
Well, I didn't want to say anything, but
She did smell of wee a little bit.
she smelled away.
Aye.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like I said. Right, back to the questions. Okay, this is a great question here from Rodney Brown. Where are you filming? I'm fucking telling you, Rodney. I'm banging on the windows. This is my pub, the Ted Lion. Okay, next question. Right, let's have a bit of a debate about this one. Kimberly Ellis Charlie Preston Davies. Fuck, now that's a name, isn't it? Good, yeah, she must have some money. Good luck, Ted. Can't wait to see this. Bring back Janino. No, he's like 55 or something now. That'd be no good, would it?
No.
He'd get battered, wouldn't he? Imagine him coming up against Distal or someone like that now.
Snapped in half.
Snapped in half, wouldn't he? What else has she asked? Oh, that's it. Oh, good. Here's another one here from Harvey Calendine. I'm sure these names are made up.
That's not
Harvey Calendine. It sounds like he has his own range of weapons or something. Like Smith & Wesson. Harvey Calendine. Yeah. I'll work on that one. Hi, Ted Hanky. Snots Forest fan here. I really miss Karanka at the City Ground. As a Boro fan, would you want to sack Tony Pulis and bring Karanka back or not? This is a great one. I personally, I was one of the Keep Karanka brigade, and a lot of people were wanting Karanka out, but the only thing I didn't like about him was his management style with the players. I thought tactics-wise he was alright, apart from that season in the Premiership where we were absolute dog shit and negative. But you know, in that division we're in now, I think he could do a good job. What do you think?
Well, due to the amount of disharmony that he created within the ranks of his own team, and the discord and the upset, definitely bring him back.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're right there, Flan. Lewis?
I agree. I was a Karanka fan. The games weren't amazing to watch, but he'd always like get a 1 or 2-0 win, and the team he set up never conceded many goals, and he always got results. And I think when I sacked him, it was very premature because he was doing really well. But again, like you said, I think it's a lot like managers from like Portugal and like you were going to come across. They can't connect with the players and they come across as a little bit arrogant. So it's either my way, and that's it. Where you can't have like an opinion, so it's like a bit of both.
Yeah, I think you're right there, and it's borderline racism, Dean. I like that. So it's quite good. But no, I think you've got a good point there, and I think it's their fault. Back up watching this because we got a little taste of success tonight by winning the cup, and then Boro fans just thought, that's it, we're going to dominate Europe, we're going to take over the world. And then when we came crashing back down to earth, we didn't lose them expectations, and
continued,
and we just went a bit crap. So it's a good question, that Harvey Calendine, whoever you are. Oh, this is a good one. This is for everyone on the panel here. This is from Roy Thompson. What was your first ever game, and what are your memories of the game, if any?
Norwich at Ayerson Park.
Yeah.
Richard Lyberg played, and I remember Effin Akuku scored late in the game.
I thought you were going to swear there. Right.
Big tall guy, Effin Akuku.
Yeah.
And I remember I was in the Allgate, and I didn't know what was going on, but the atmosphere was fantastic. Even though we got beat, I loved it. And for that moment on, I went to like 20 games on the bounce, and every game I went to, we lost.
It's a great memory, that, Dean. Flan?
Everton, 1985, cup match. We were winning 1-0.
How old are you?
And we went into extra time, 32.
Yeah.
And Peter Reid scored. And then they beat us at the replay.
So that's your first game, your first memory, that one?
I've hated Peter Reid ever since.
Yeah.
I proper kicked off when I got home.
What did you do?
Smashed my house up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow. And how old were you?
15.
Wow, you madman. Absolute madman. I can't really remember my first Boro game. I can remember my first away game, and I was with a load of lads from Thornaby. I won't mention any names, but they know who they are. And we went to Norwich, and I seen people smash a pub up.
I wasn't there.
No, neither was I. But it was like, you know, the film Roadhouse with Swayze.
Yeah.
There was bar stools going through the window, and it's a terrible moment to watch.
I think it's a regular occurrence in Norwich.
Is it? Is it because the pubs are that bad?
Yeah.
So yeah, some very good answers there. What else have we got here? Philip George Watson. What's the biggest priority for the team rebuild going into next season? I'll answer that one. And I think, obviously, if Pulis stays, he's going to have to change his values and how he deals with the players and the tactics as well. But if he goes, I think we just need a whole new piece of energy, a manager who's going to bring some oomph, some passion. I'd love to see Ranieri come in because I think he just turns crap teams around, doesn't he? Basically, He look what he did with Leicester, and he did all right with Chelsea as well. And
Allardyce.
I'd rather eat my own shit.
Well, he could. if we end up, like, bear with us, if we end up in the same position where we are this season, right, Allardyce could come in and bribe the FA.
Oh, hang on, yeah.
And then we could get them 3 points that they robbed us back in 1997.
That's good, yeah.
And then
You
we'd
know, I
go,
would have added Allardyce to the list.
but only for that bit of season,
Yeah.
just that last bit.
And there's a good chance he'll have an heart attack during the game as well, so we'll get a bit of drama,
Yeah.
won't we? Yeah, I like that one. What else have we got here? Oh, this is a good one. Paul Chambers. Get rid of everyone over the age of 30, get the young lads in the squad, bring in new faces, we need a playmaker, magician type of player, pull us out, Mogger or Karanka back in up the borough. Lots of statements there by that chap, Paul Chambers. Do you agree with that? Over 30, I think you need experience in the squad.
Yeah, you do, especially in the centre of the park.
You've got to keep McKell.
Yeah.
Going back to the last question, I don't think we can attract like the really top end managers, but I think there's one manager involved in football now, English manager who's brilliant. And he's
Allardyce.
not Chris Hughton, incredible manager.
Chris Eubank.
If you are,
Be good though, wouldn't it?
Come on, I can't do it.
Come on, boys. I've got more to know the tactics. Yeah, pretty good that.
Thunder midfield. It doesn't sound like that.
What's up with that stuck into the place?
This has gone class now. Keep doing it.
Chris Eubank.
I sound like I'm being
Football, that's another. I can't do it.
I'm a boxer, not a bit. That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Chris Hughton's incredible.
It's hard to do with these teeth. Well, that's a good point. Yeah, Chris Hughes. I don't think he'd leave the team he's at the moment, would he? I don't think so. Because they're staying up, aren't they? And they might beat Man City. That'd be good. Yeah, no, I think. What was the question again?
It was about getting rid of everyone over the age of 30.
Getting rid of the over 30. No, I think you need to keep McKell. He's experienced. He's won leagues, and you need that. You need that for your big games. And I think you always need a centre half in the team who's early 30s as well. Look at all the teams that are winning stuff. They've all got an experienced centre half because they just read the game so well, and they organise and point people about. And
if you get too many youngsters in, you just have to start from scratch.
well, that's it. Yeah, and we're not Man United when they had Beckham and Giggs and that lot, are they? You know, we've got a couple of good youngsters coming through, but they're not getting enough game time. So I agree with the fact of bringing the youngsters in and giving them more game time. But I think they need the experienced players there to coax them through it and help them. I do. Regarding a magician type of player, I can't think of anyone who'd stand out who'd want to come to us. I think you'd have to play the loan market. I don't know.
Just what if you actually got a magician? So not Paul Dinger's alive.
No,
Sorry, his wife, she might be still alright.
Can't have Debbie McGee sitting in no, she has got good legs. I'll give her that.
And a few tricks up his sleeve.
A few tricks up her sleeve, Fran.
Like
well, you don't support Jason Manford for nothing. You know what I mean? With jokes like that. Yeah, it's good that. I think. Do you know what I think we'll do?
What's that, Ted?
We're getting to the time now where the second candidate for the cleaner's job is someone's here. Yeah.
Hello. Hello. You alright, lads?
He doesn't look like a cleaner, does he?
Alright.
Wow.
Bobby Del Vecchio. Bobby Del Vecchio.
Bobby.
We've got previous.
He's my manager.
He's manager.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Of course you can.
How do you get so much volume and body on your hair? Do you
Hey.
use conditioner?
No, experience and practice, my friend. Yeah. Your days might be numbered looking at you, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, you've got a bit to go for him, don't you?
He's got a good set of hair as Bobby.
I always have, ever since I was a small child.
But like I said, he's my manager. He gets me on my gigs and.
Get you everything, don't you? Got you this.
Did you?
Of course I did. Get you everything.
Did you?
Yeah. Ask him.
No, he did.
They're not saying out now, they don't.
No, oh, cheers, Bobby.
Yeah.
You know we're not getting paid.
What? It's supposed to be 20% of nothing I'll have. Don't you win it?
All right then.
Yeah. Always want me 20%.
What
Don't you win it?
are you doing here? I'm waiting for someone coming to do the cleaning.
Me?
It's a cleaning job interview.
Oh, manager.
It's not a manager's job.
What?
You're applying for the manager's job.
Yeah, manager. Managing this. Managing the team. I thought that's what job was.
Manager Middlesbrough.
Yeah. That's me.
Have you got your badges?
I can do everything, mate. I manage everything.
Dean's just asked a valid point there. Have you got your badges?
Of course I have.
Which ones?
I've got them all. Got all my badges. What do you need? Security badges. What's the other that? I've got that badge on there when I wear that.
That's your socialist badge, isn't it?
Yeah, got it. That's it. What badge are you talking about? Come on.
Your coaching badges.
Oh yeah, I've got all that.
Oh,
I've done it all. I do it all. I've told you.
Well,
do it all.
well,
do it all. Got it all.
Why are you thinking then? We might as well do a bit of a mock interview for the soon-to-be vacant Middlesbrough managers.
I've got an idea.
Go on then.
Right. Why don't you give me a problem and I'll manage a solution for you? How about that?
Right. Okay.
And I'll have 20%.
All right.
Right. Go.
Get us into the playoffs.
Get into the playoffs. Right. What you're gonna have to do? Get you into the playoffs.
No,
You
the
have to
team.
join the team first.
Team.
The team. Right. Get a team in the playoffs. Easy. Money.
Have you got any?
No.
Oh.
Right. Money speaks. You know how it is. All you have to do is bribe some top people. Just give them some money and get straight in. That's how I work. That's how I work. Yeah.
Shall we ask?
Solution.
We'll ask Boro Boglin. See what he thinks. Boro Boglin. I've called him Deriva because he's all head.
Are you doing your boggling bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think should be the next Boro manager? Your mum. She's looking at you, Dean.
Dean's mum. What?
My mum.
Yeah. She's got badges.
She's got badges. She can do knots and that.
I think we'll cut him from the future shows.
Told you, didn't I?
Sorry.
Told you.
Bobby, right, listen.
That's why you should listen to me, Ted. Managers word.
Our problem this season is we've not scored enough goals. What would you do to counteract that problem?
Right.
Come on, let's hear it.
What I'd do, right, I'd go out, I'd show the lads how it's done.
Right, okay, if I do what?
I'd put myself in the game. Lead by example, that's what you should do, Ted.
Right, okay.
Tell the fly animal. That's going on. You can smell your fear.
I know, that's what it is.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
So that's your tactic?
That's the tactic. Send myself in,
Right.
show these young lads how it's done. Experience, hair. Look at that. We were talking about that earlier.
Like Kenny Dalglish from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point, that, yeah.
He
How old
scored-
are
he
you?
scored a goal, didn't
Hey, we talked about this before, Ted. You do not ask me my age. Because if that gets public, I've had it.
he? Can I ask you a question?
Gosh, yeah.
What year were you born?
Oh, you see what he's trying to do there?
he's doing, yeah.
He thinks he can throw me, ask him at year, then he'll work out my age.
What's your star sign?
Go on, that's alright. Because I'll only work out the month in it. Gemini.
Gemini, fantastic.
Right, okay, well that's great.
I could see him ticking there. He's not worked out.
Bobby,
Yes.
do us a favour, mate. Piss off.
Alright, I'll go. 20%.
Oh yeah, I'll sort it out for you then.
See you, Bobby.
See you later.
He's always getting in the way. Like, I can't do anything. I went to a funeral the other day and he turned up and he didn't even know the person. And he turned up and he was hugging people and giving them flowers and, oh, sorry for your loss and all that. And then, I turned round, he was filling his fucking pockets full of sausage rolls at the buffet. That's all he came for.
It's a good exchange for flowers, though, isn't it?
Bastard. Really, sorry about the language there. I don't like to curse very often, but he gets on my knockers. Right, we'll carry on with the questions. Oh, here's one of you from someone who you know, I think, guys. Marco Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Is he that shit juggler?
Yes.
Yeah, he's in it.
Professional clown, man.
Yeah. Ted, I think the three of you could be the new management. Dean as player manager, because he's a good footballer and he's got a good name, Moore. So, yeah, that's good reason, isn't it? And Fran would make a great assistant manager, as he would be good mentally and physically supporting Dean, which he does anyway, a bit like a carer. And you, Ted, probably just selling the programmes, mate. Someone has to do it. Cheeky bastard. We won't answer that one, Marco Taylor. Leon Brown.
All right, okay.
Leon, you do realise this is football, not wrestling. If you could bring any Boro player back from the past to play at their peak fitness, who would it be?
Wilf Mannion.
Wilf Mannion.
Billy Ashcroft.
Billy Ashcroft. Mine would probably be Viduka.
Good choice.
Yeah. because I don't know anyone before him, you see. So I'm only kidding. I like Viduka. He's a big, solid twat, wasn't he? Thanks, Leon. Good question, that, mate. Here we go. Let's have another one here. James Stanway. What do you think Publius's favourite type of dinosaur is?
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl?
Yeah.
Is that because...
Because he's good with wings.
Yeah, well, Publius isn't, is he? Dean?
A Tyrannosaurus Rex. Because that's the only one I know.
That's good. I'd probably go for a Stegosaurus, because steg is another word for a shit.
Okay.
And that's what he is, isn't he?
Shitosaurus.
Yeah. Okie doke. Right, he's another good one. Rita Richardson. I know Rita.
That's
She's
a real name.
She's a lovely bit of crumpet, Rita.
Rita Richardson.
Yeah.
Which way you on to email, Ted?
Yeah, she's... Ooh. Right, let's have a... She said, worst games, because one of my questions was, what was the worst game this season? And she's put Aston Villa, Burton Albion and Newport. I think we got stuffed in the cup, didn't we, off Newport?
Yeah.
Bit embarrassing. We need to bring in a creative midfielder, play Fletcher as a striker rather than left wing. We've got to keep Downing, we'll come back to that one. And the Pulosaurus out. Ranieri in it as he makes crap teams play. Good, I said that earlier, didn't I? Up the Hanky. Thank you, Rita. I will be later on. Mrs. Hanky. So, do we keep Stewie Downing?
Yes.
Elaborate.
I can't.
Possibly in a coaching role.
Right.
I think, like, don't get me wrong, he's a local lad and he's achieved loads in the game, played Premier League football, played for England. Obviously, his career's whittling down now, but I think he'd be a great coach for the youngsters because he's someone everyone looks up to around the area.
Right, yeah, that's a good point, yeah. I think he could still have something to offer the team, but not with this manager. I think it's got to be the right manager to get the best out of Stewie Downing. And
You keep him.
I'd keep him until the new manager comes. He might stay until the new manager comes in, or until there's answers around who the manager is, and then he might leave if Publius stays, or if someone crap comes in, even worse than Publius, he might leave. And go and play for Hartlepool. So that's my prediction. Anyway, that was an awkward silence.
Worst game of the season
Yeah.
for me was Leeds. When they scored like 3 hours after the 90 minutes were up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, when they scored in the following game.
Yeah, it was 1-0. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's my worst game.
Yeah. Leeds. What else have we got here? Jack Walton. How do you feel about the club's recruitment policy and dealings in the transfer window, having failed to replace some of our better players, like the likes of Gippo and Bamford, and have our new recruits been worth the money? I personally think our recruitment policy with Bowser is terrible. I think if you look at the players we brought in over the summer, like that winger from Huddersfield who had no legs, what was the point of signing for him? Well, he didn't even make one run, did he? Couldn't even get on the pitch. Couldn't even get down the stairs.
Couldn't even get off the coach.
No.
Oh, spacey toilets though.
What do you think about that then? Who do you think is to blame for the transfer dealings? Is it Gibson or is it
Well,
Bowser?
partly because it's his money, isn't it? At the end of the day, they're trying to cut back the amount of money that they've been spending on players and trying to get themselves in the Premiership with the shit that they've got.
Yeah. I think you're right, and I also think that Publius can't attract decent players.
No.
I mean, even the cleaner's sacked it off now, and she's left on she because she's had enough of him. So
even Bobby wants the cleaner's job.
well, yeah, there you go.
Right.
So that answers a lot. I think it's the whole infrastructure of the club needs rebuilding. There you go. We'll get a local hero. Get Perkovic going. Get him on there, man. He's like one of them mad bastards on the sideline, won't he? Like running on the pitch and just whacking refs and stuff like that.
Was it?
Dave Yendall. Throw the club coaching manual away. Oh. sluggish journey, men, no matter who the manager is. That's a very bold statement,
yeah.
isn't it?
What's he been drinking?
I agree with some of that. Like the likes of Wing and other players, you've got like some cracking, like, I can't say his name, Asambalonga.
Asambalonga, yeah.
Cracking player.
Yeah.
When his confidence is like, when he's on his game and he's confident, he's banging them in. And there's other players in the pitch who are playing out of position. The squad he's got there should be top 5 easy.
Yeah.
And it's just so negative sometimes, the tactics, especially at home.
Yeah, I agree. And going back to Snots Forest, that was a game we could have really went and even got a draw or sneaked a win on paper, and we got thrashed.
Yeah.
And that's cost us a playoff place. So that says it all, doesn't it?
There's loads of games.
Yeah.
This is a playoff place, wasn't it?
As a fan, all you want is a player to put a shift in, and not sit up and try and get a 1-0 or a draw.
Yeah, he's a good one. Alan Hunter. I would be a bit ambitious and try and get Stephen Gerrard. I think he would have the ambition and drive we need. I don't think he's playing anymore, is he?
No, I think the manager.
Yeah, I still haven't played, to be honest.
You would have him playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he'd do a good job. Player manager, I've not had one of them for a while, have I?
No. Not since Robbo.
Playing with the staff's wives. Anyway, let's carry on. Here we go, we can cut that if we need to. Melanie Jane. Melanie Jane, where do I know her from? Oh, not even the bongo.
Secrets.
That's it, yeah. I know who you are, Melanie. Down in has to go. We need better scouting and go lower leagues to pick up some gems. If you could pick anyone to be manager, who would it be and what nickname would you give them? I would pick, just purely for this reason only, I would pick Nigel Clough, just so the fans could sing "The Power of Clough." And then I'd release a hit single, based on that song, and I think it would do alright.
You could do the video in Albert Park,
yeah,
wouldn't you?
I could do,
Next to his dad.
Yeah.
And then you could go around Valley Road where there's a little plaque outside the house where he grew up.
Yeah.
Brian, not Nigel.
Get Vince involved as well. There's a ghost in Albert Park that
Yes.
looks like Vince Clark.
He'll do the keyboards for you.
Listen.
Because
This is good.
the beginning of that song's got the dun, 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 which is like keyboards.
That's the power of Clough.
Yeah.
Can we
Don't
do-
need money. Don't need fame. Don't need no money. It's chairman and make this club good again. We do stuff like that.
That's a brilliant idea.
It's the power of Clough.
Yeah, right. Let's get a campaign going. Nigel Clough, next Boro manager, just so I can make some money on a record.
We'll do it anyway.
Brilliant. Let's bring it out. It'll have no coherence at all to, like, just us in Boro Strip singing the power of Clough.
Power of Clough, yeah.
We could resurrect the ghost of Brian Clough.
Yeah.
Get a look-alike.
Uh-huh.
Do you know any?
My nana.
Christ. I'm having serious reservations about Dean's moves on this. Right, good question that, Melanie. I'll see you later on in Secrets. We're going to be wrapping up soon. We've not got many questions left, and I don't know how long we've done. I think we've done about 40 minutes or something like that. So we'll have a couple more. Is there anything you guys want to get out question-wise? I know this place needs to get locked down and cleaned up soon as well. So there's an absolute arsehole who kicks me out every time, even though it's my pub.
Yeah.
So watch out for him. Like any minute now. You know, like today, like Chris, do your sketch. So yeah, he's a dickhead. Watch out for him.
Yeah, haven't finished yet. Come on, lads. Come on, what are you doing?
What you doing?
Taking all this away. Should be out here now.
We're not done yet.
Well, what are you doing? What are you finished?
We're filming.
Filming what?
Yeah. Just sure.
That?
Yeah.
Not filming that, silly. It's at me all the time, you.
How low do you?
Get off.
Oh, what are you on about? You do this every time you say you're doing stuff, you to me and you're not. Well, yeah, they won't go
Leave
watch.
leave them there.
What TG?
Look at the hair on him. He looks like a shit Valderrama, doesn't he?
Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton.
That girl off Fraggle Rock.
All right, I think you know when we're done. Let me finish it.
How long are you going to be?
5 minutes.
Right, you've got 4.
Power crazy.
the pounders.
What did you say? I'll leave breath at 3 minutes now. You've got
180 seconds. Come on.
Right, okay, last question here then. It's from, this has got to be a made up name. Norton Wilcock. Fucking Norton Wilcock. Right, don't be winding me up with names, because, you know, we want genuine people on this show. He's asked, what's your favourite bog paper, Ted? I like Cashel. Mind you, I did wipe my arse on the bus ticket one. Irrelevant, but I only use luxury toilet paper, Norton, because you don't want it when you're wiping and it breaks on your finger, and you end up giving yourself a bit of a pokey bum. That's not good. But he's asked a serious question here as well. Should we change our club badge from a lion to something else, as we don't play with the fierceness of lions? I don't know, a sloth, for example. That's what he said.
Middle sloth.
We could, like, have a massive
Ted Hanky.
big picture of me,
Yeah.
a Ted Lion, just pointing at someone like that, so it looks like I'm mad, and I think people would fear that.
Yeah, they would.
Or my other option is
Children would be scared.
a tapir.
Right.
Just like tapirs, I like the little, you know, that bit there, what they do. It's, to be honest, no, it's a shit question, mate, so you get a shit answer. Look, I think that brings us to the end of my first pilot show. It is a pilot show. Bear in mind, when we do the proper show, we're going to have proper backdrops, not some prostitute lights there, and filmed in my pub, which I'm selling, and we're going to have a proper set, and we might even have a couple of cameras, and we might have proper guests on. It might be good. Fran, Dean, you're both comedians, apparently. Have you got any gigs you'd like to promote coming up in the Middlesbrough Teesside area, Fran?
Yeah, I'm doing Stefan Petty and Friends at the Westgard Social Club on the 18th of May.
Right, brilliant. Yeah, so you can get tickets from Halfpenny Comedy Club. Is that right?
Yeah. Joke Pit, or we got tickets.
Joke Pit, yeah.
I'm doing the same gig on May the 18th at the Westgarth.
Yeah.
And I'm at the Stadium of Light at the end of the month, and I'm not looking forward to that.
Are you taking some petrol and matches with you?
Yeah.
Good. I've got nothing coming up because for some reason no one will give me a fucking gig anymore. But there's a comedy night at the Georgian Theatre in Stockton on the 23rd of May, and it's got some people on. But I'm going to go along and watch it, so just pop along. You know what I mean? It'll be all right. You know what I mean? All I can say is thank you very much to Fran Garrity, Dean's Mowers. I've been Ted Hanky. This has been the Ted Lion, Ted Talks on Boro Fan TV. Watch out for more announcements and probably a lot better show as well next time as well, because we'll watch back this and realise how shit it was, and we'll take it from there. So give us a chance, guys. Thank you very much. Up the Boro, please.